Good evening, this is Duriankimchi News. It is Wednesday, July 23, 2021. I'm the news reporter, Mahsyulis Mahrup with this breaking news. Today, we have three different news that will be covered are current news, coronavirus update, Malaysia announced complete nationwide lockdown by Nuradawiyah Amanda, while news on the weather, Shanghai cancel flight as typhoon in FA Leisure's eastern China will be presented by Siti Nuradawiyah, and sport-related news, Tokyo Olympic 2021 game officially kick off with fireworks at opening ceremony will be discussed by Nursabihah. And not to forget also, entertainment news, Hajj marked with restricted turnout due to COVID restriction will be presented by me, Mahsyulis Mahrup.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. With me, Madam Nabilah Binti Zamahrie, the Duriankimchi newsreader, who will read the current news that is happening at this time. Coronavirus update. Malaysia announced complete nationwide lockdown. Amid rising COVID-19 cases in the country, Malaysia has now announced a complete nationwide lockdown for all its social and economic sectors. To curb the spread of the virus, the new lockdown restriction will come into effect from the 1st of June. Prime Minister of Malaysia said the decision to implement the lockdown came after new infection reached the 8,000 mark on Friday for the very first time, sparking fears of the disease going out of control. Mohd also outlined an exit strategy from the total shutdown. In a statement, he said a second phase lasting for weeks will follow the nationwide lockdown, which will allow most sectors to reopen provided these activities do not involve large gathering. The restriction will be in place until the 14th of June. The government earlier this month imposed a partial lockdown to stem a growing outbreak. However, new infections have climbed since it crossed 6,000 on the 19th of May for the first time and soaring to 8,290 this Friday. The Health Ministry also reported another 61 deaths on Friday, pushing the tally to 2,552, nearly 40% recorded this month alone. Mohd has vowed to bolster the healthcare system to ensure that it doesn't collapse amid the growing pressure of new rising daily cases. Friday's announcement did not outline specific regulation. It is expected that the National Security Council will decide on this measure over the weekend and issue new stop ahead of their implementation on Tuesday. Meanwhile, the Malaysian Finance Ministry is already ready and also like to develop an aid package for the public and economic sectors affected by the pandemic and the lockdown. The country is currently aiming to revise its virus-ravaged economy to pre-COVID levels with up to 7.5% growth this year. That's your breaking news report for today. Thanks for watching. I'm Nuradawiyah Amanda. Now back to Siti Nuradawiyah in studio.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Back with me, Siti Nuradawiyah Rahim, the Duriankimchi weather forecast. I will be covering international weather in China. Let's take a look. It's been a difficult week for people in many regions of China. First, a year's worth of rain in just 3 days triggered floods that killed at least 63 people in Henan province and displaced more than 1 million others, and now a typhoon has hit the eastern coastal province of Zhejiang, bringing more rain and high-speed winds. More than 300,000 people have left their homes after offshore wind speeds reached 100 kilometers an hour and an emergency alert was issued at its highest level.
We have got a kind of psychological trauma going on here, as well as economic disruption, but there's also political significance, and the point of that is possibly going to play out over coming months.
Local authorities have closed schools and businesses transport systems have been suspended too. In nearby Shanghai, China's largest city and commercial hub, all international and domestic flights have been cancelled. Activity at the busiest port in the world has shut down, with large containers removed of ships.
It's going to be a very difficult. It's going to be a very difficult time for the shipping traffic. I would say ideally we should see at least a week or more delay before things even come close to being normal.
Typhoon Infa is the sixth storm to hit China this year and has already caused chaos in several other regions nearby. The storm headed there from Taiwan, leaving a trail of destruction, but no one was hurt. It also dumped torrential rains in the Philippines, and this year's heavy monsoon season has made things worse, flooding thousands of homes. Sheltering people has been a challenge during the pandemic.
We made sure social distancing is being implemented, and we have face masks for everyone. So if they forget theirs, we are able to provide for them.
Meteorologists say Typhoon Infa is weakening, but it is still threatening more torrential rain in the coming days. That's your weather forecast. Thanks for watching. I'm Siti Nuradawiyah. Now back to Nursabihah in studio.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. I'm Nursabihah Mama Isa, your Duriankimchi sports reporter. I will be covering the Tokyo 2020 Summer Olympics opening ceremonies. It's hard to build a stadium made for 70,000 screaming fans with Olympic-level energy when you have fewer than 1,000 people inside. That being said, those special girls and athletes in the Tokyo at the opening ceremonies put in a gold medal worthy effort, and the effort and energy will keep building. These games are like no other, but for those wearing the maple leaf, they mean no less.
For me personally, this is my one shot, and I'm 34 years old, and if softball happens to be in the 2020 Olympics, I will not be strapping on my cleats. It is obviously upsetting and disappointing for me to not have my family there, but I know they're going to be there cheering to the computer at home in the middle of the night in Toronto.
The athletes have dedicated their life to their sport. They have put training above everything else and have tried to keep focus over the past year. Every day, more Canadians arrive at the athletes' village. Competitors can only move in 5 days before their event. They also have to stick to their bubbles and keep their distance, but Canada's Chef Dimission said despite the safety protocol, it is a unique home away from home.
It's an amazing place where a 50-minute bike ride can take you past the front door of over 200 countries. The resulting energy as one of Robert's and said to me, if it's like a pot that's about to blow its lid right off.
There's a lot to be excited about today. Along with volleyball, both pitch and hardcourt, it will be a busy Friday. Now it is early for medals in this Olympic, but that's exactly what we'll see in cycling in the men's road race, with 3 Canadians taking part in the 240+ kilometer race at the Fuji Speedway. And in the first round of the women's tennis tournament, Canada's Leila Fernandez takes to the court against an opponent from Ukraine. The first round of women's double tennis will also get underway around the same time, with Canadian team up against Brazil. That's your sport focus for today. Thanks for watching. I'm Nuradawiyah. Now back to Mahsyulis in studio.
Hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I'm Mahsyulis Mahrup, your Duriankimchi entertainment reporter. Standing at Mount Arafah is considered the high point of the Hajj ritual. The day before, known as Tariya, sees the pilgrim gather at the Mina Valley to prepare for the climb. Arafat is where they will stand for most of the day, addressing the sky with their personal prayer. Last year, at the first Hajj, since the coronavirus pandemic struck, only 1,000 people were allowed to attend. This year will be 60,000, all from within Saudi Arabia. In previous year, there will be more than 2 million from around the world.
Sure, I was saying when I realized that I'm one of only 60,000 people doing this Hajj, and when I compare it to those who did it with the Messenger of God, peace be over him, being more numerous, there were about 100,000. I feel as part of a group who have been privileged by being able to do this hard ritual. Praise be to God. The fact that God the Almighty has chosen us from this million to be able to reach this holy site, we take it as a sign that God willing our worship is accepted and our prayers are answered.
The contrast with how it looked now to a few years ago is stark. This was 2018 and this is now. To this young man, there was something uncanny about the place.
There is a sense of Sakina, of holy silent luminous bliss up here. It's a bit cloudy up there and no one around here. By God, it's like I'm in a dream. I don't know how to describe it really.
The Saudi authorities took unprecedented security and safety measures that went beyond mass vaccines and social distancing. The so-called Unified Security Operation 911 plan for the Hajj of 2021 included a host of procedures adopted for the first time.
Of course, this year's pilgrimage is completely different and exceptional. No pilgrim can access the holy site except through the 4 reception centers assigned by the ministry. Also, pilgrims cannot enter any camp except through the smart gate. Those attending had to be aged between 18 and 65, vaccinated and free of chronic disease.
That is all the news for today. Check this out at Duriankimchi.news.com for the latest updates.
I'm Nuradawiyah Binti Zamahrie. Have a great day.
I am Siti Nuradawiyah. Have a great day.
I'm Nursabihah. Have a great day.
And I'm Mahsyulis Mahrup. Have a great day.